Crichton gate continues. Kyle Flanagan found guilty of biting Stephen Crichton through the NRL. He'll miss 4 weeks, Brian. The hearing lasted over 2 hours. The panel members, Henry Perenara, Greg McCullum, took only 15 minutes to find him guilty.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't think you'd get 4, considering Jack Whiten got 3, and that was a pretty obvious bite. I thought that might be the maximum.
Where do you stand on this?
I just thought if his nose wasn't in his mouth, he probably wouldn't have bit him. I just don't know what you're supposed to do when, like, his mouth was open. His mouth was open, and he's put his nose in there.
Yeah.
I know we're playing a contact
But
game.
he's not advanced his lemon spread at all, has he?
Correct. So I thought they might say there's mitigating circumstances. I thought, righto, let's give him 2 weeks. I honestly thought, all right, he has, but the reason why he bit him was because of this.
So I didn't see the game live. I was listening to it and keeping on the scores. How bad was the cut? Was it really bad?
No, it was a graze.
Oh.
It was a graze on the top of his nose, but Brooksy was saying there was a bit of bite marks underneath the nose.
Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily mean bite marks. If your nostril has been jammed into my lower part of my teeth.
It wasn't a bite as such that, you know, he's gone out and done it like a James Graham in the grand final.
That's what I mean.
That was a fair income bite.
But if you're sort of pinned down, you've got people on your body everywhere. There's an I suppose that jams straight into your mouth, your north and south. Like you're not to know how you react.
Yeah.
Are you?
Look, and that's why I thought that he would get 2 weeks, but 4 weeks seems excessive for me.
The Honourable Jeffrey Bellew, QC, said the panel wished to make it clear that biting is a most serious offence and must be treated as such in terms of penalty.
Well, it is. Biting is no good.
Of course it is.
But as I mentioned, the circumstances were a little bit different when he's on his back, and what he's done is Crichton tried to he rubbed his forehead in there, and then got in a little bit closer.
Okay, devil's advocate, right? Hypothetically, it was a prelim final, and it was Nathan Cleary who was Kyle Flanagan.
I love when you do this.
Would he have been ruled out of the grand final?
I don't think it's a 4-week jobby. I really don't.
No, what do you think honestly would have happened?
I don't know.
And this is not at Nathan Cleary.
Yeah.
But, or whoever it is, whoever it is. It could be Matt Burton.
Would have got a lot more coverage.
Yep.
For obvious reasons.
I'm guessing they'd be playing the grand final.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's my best guess. That's my best guess. Let's go to the open line, 1300 01 1170. Let's go to Hahn from Forestville. Hello, Hahn. Ivan.
No, it's Ivan.
Is it?
Hey, mate.
Yeah.
Ivan, yeah. All good, mate.
Sorry.
You're right.
Ivan,
Forestville, but it's not hard.
Ivan loves drinking Hahn.
Yeah, sorry, Ivan.
Go, Ivan.
There you go. That's close, Mark. Boys, I totally agree with you guys on this one. I think the NRL judiciary and the NRL missed 2 very important aspects of this situation here. One, they missed the opportunity to say, let's get all this face rubbing off the ground, out of the game. It's absolutely disgraceful how guys stick their head up in there, and it's always the guys with the headgear because they know that they can rub it up against someone's eye and scratch them in the face and aggravate them, put them off their game with a bit of scratch on the face. And the NRL's done nothing about that. But if that was a hand scratching his face, you'd go, oh, that's 6 weeks. You can't scratch someone's face with your nails, but we can do it with a head guard or a face. And so they've missed that opportunity. But now they've basically said, okay, if anything goes in someone's mouth, that person's going to cop 3 to 4 weeks. So now if something goes in a player's mouth, he may as well bite and make the most of it because he knows he's going to get 4 weeks.
Most of it.
And that's. I mean, I sort of agree, Ivan, in the sense that players have been doing that for a long time, using your head to hold. Well, we used to do it. Wrestling coaches tell you to do that.
Yep.
It's a big wrestling go. But we don't know how you're going to react when a nose is in. I know it sounds quite funny, but he probably couldn't have breathed. Wasn't breathing correctly.
I just feel like it'd take a lot of discipline to not move your mouth at all, wouldn't it?
And there was motivation, not motivation, but I suppose
retaliation.
Yeah. Whether or not that's what they look. He's definitely bit him.
Ivan, do you agree with this comment? Which I think is quite clever actually, but I kind of feel like he's been very hard done by with the 4 weeks for those circumstances. But Dunny says
So do I.
The breakdown of the 4 weeks. He says he got 2 for the bite and 2 for the rank suit. Who dressed that young man?
I hadn't seen it. Is it a terrible suit, is it?
He dressed like Colonel Sanders.
Oh.
Yeah, the white suit, the red
Okay.
tie, yeah.
Yeah, maybe he did.
I think he might have copped a couple of weeks for that. But that aside, I thought he was
Now,
harshly
Ivan, are
done
you
by-
a Dragons man?
No, not at all. I'm a Broncos fan, which just makes it even more weird. Like I just think, mate, give him nothing for the bite because he had someone else put a body part without, approval into his mouth, and then give him 2 weeks for the suit because the suit was rubbish.
Yeah.
Next time if someone wants to put a nose in my mouth, I'm going to say yes.
Yes.
You've got approval.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. Well done, Han. Sorry, Ivan. Good on you, mate.
All good, mate.
Right, there he is,
See you,
Ivan,
Ivy.
on debut on the run home with Joel and Fletch. Good to have the debutants. If you want to be a debutant, 1300 01 1170 is the way to do that. And by the way, Greenkeeping Rooster, who we've not spoken to for a long, long time,
Yeah.
I posed a question, Brian, about I'm trying to get back into golf.
Yep.
I don't think I need all the bells and whistles. I don't play enough to justify getting a real top U-Butte pair of clubs at this stage, or pack of clubs, or whatever you call it. Set of clubs. So I just figure if I can get something to tie me over 3 years.
Tommy Kangaroo now sport, let's play it.
That's right. And to get me back in the groove. And then at that point, when I'm starting to see them better, getting back down towards that 14-old handicap, Brian, then I'll be happy to invest then.
Okay.
But I'm looking for something just to...
Why don't you go to second hand? Facebook Marketplace.
Really?
Oh, that's the Mickey.
Is it?
You get a lot of things on there.
But do you need to be fitted?
You do get some crazy cats, though. No, you just said, go out and get a pair. Go out and get a set of clubs now. And get you back into the groove.
That's right.
And as soon as you get down to 18, boom.
I've got these 20-year-old Max Flies.
No, they've got to go.
I noticed using my mate's clubs how much better.
Okay, we'll get rid of the 20-yearers.
Yeah.
Maxie's got to go.
They're gone.
And get on a Facebook Marketplace tonight.
Okay.
While you're sitting down watching the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Yes, I need to get into that too. Greenkeeping Rooster, though, I want to hear from you. You promised to come onto the show, and we do miss your dulcet tones. The big news, of course, Dragon, Snare, Origin Star, they will reacquaint themselves. This is through the Daily Telegraph. Coach Flanagan and Holmes signs a 3-year deal with the Dragons, a reported 3-year, $2.5 million deal. So he joins Damien Cook. They're just starting to build this little Dragon side. What's going to happen with DeBellin? Are we sorted there yet?
I think he's re-signed for 1 year.
Oh, he has?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's an ageing roster. That's my only. But Flano he doesn't care.
Okay.
If he gets them going,
yep,
which he has got them going. Cookie's still got some. Cookie's last 6 weeks has been pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, absolutely. What about the vacancy now left by Valentine Holmes by the end of the year? Are we all stations to Hammerville?
Well, Hammer's
return to sender.
I'd love for him to do. I can't see Dolphins getting rid of him.
But where would he Drinky's there anyway?
Yeah. Well, he can play centre.
I know, but is he going to leave his fullback post?
Getting the big dosh.
Get the big dosh to go back.
And they speared him.
Yeah.
Hammer might be a little bit scorned.
Tell you what, haven't they missed him? Kodi Nikorima, by the way, speaking of Dolphins, via the Dolphins website, he has inked a fresh 2-year extension to stay at Redcliffe until the end of the 2026 season. 33 try assists in his 39 games for the Dolphins, playing his 200th NRL game this week. That game in Bundaberg. Now, Brian, I would love the idea of some... I don't love the interchange player of the year at all for the Dally M's, and I think they've scrapped it anyway.
I know what you want, the headgear player of the year.
Headgear... No, the most improved.
No.
No?
Not at this level.
No?
Sorry. No, I'd be embarrassed to get that.
Would you?
Yeah.
Well, who is the most improved?
I don't want to. I don't want to embarrass them.
No.
Wishy.
Wishy.
Yeah, but
breakout season award goes to Wishy.
Breakout season.
Yeah.
Let's have the rookie and breakout.
Would you cop the breakout?
Yeah, not the most improved. I feel like that wouldn't get up.
Are you waiting for a Macca's voucher?
No one would turn up. You'd get the thing from the mail. By the way, you're going to get the most. I'm not turning up.
Okay, right.
I don't want anyone knowing this.
Here's a trivia for you, Brian.
Yep.
The very first interchange player of the year went to who? Here's a clue. That he would make your team if he wasn't a rugby league player. I think
today?
Yeah, I think he would, wouldn't he?
I
don't know if it's a dance, but it's a Jazz Tavanga.
Oh, did he?
He won the first ever.
Did he?
Yeah,
Jazz would make it today.
Is that who you thought it was?
Jazz Tavanga.
Who?
He thinks it's Regan Campbell-Gillard.
Was it Regan Kemp? I don't know. We'll have to go to the. I thought it was Jazz Tavanga.
I'll take you over Brooks.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
Nomination for most improved, Zach Lomax.
Yep.
Can we stop talking about this? They're rugby league players.
What about most consistent?
No, breakout. I like breakout stuff. You can't say to a first-grade rugby league player, come to an awards night because you're getting most improved. I'd throw the trophy back at their face.
The West Tigers signed Bulldogs winger. This is via the West Tigers. Jeral Skelton signs with the West Tigers on a reported 2-year deal. The 25-year-old has scored 3 tries in his 6 NRL appearances for the Canterbury Bulldogs. Hard to crack that side at the moment. He made his first grade debut late last season. He's also scored 24 tries in 34 games for the New South Wales Cup side. And he'll join Panthers teammates Jerome Luai and Sunya Taruva. So it appears to me, Brian, the West Tigers are really building that same prototype, which is the Panthers, where just the rolling boulder. Just, Sunya Taruva, Jareem Buller, Jeral Skelton. Let's go forward, boys, and get this start going.
Jareem Buller, he's locked down, do you think, for the fullback spot?
Lock of the week.
Could you see him putting it in the centres?
No.
Turning into a Crichton-like?
No.
I want to see Taruva at fullback.
Really?
I remember that World Cup when he went berserk?
You reckon he'd offer more at fullback than
good point.
than the Dream team?
No, I just think Jareem Buller would offer more at centre. They have real issues in their centre.
But centre's the null and void spot in the comp, isn't it?
I'll ask Stephen Crichton.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I just feel they have a lot of issues on the edges.
They've got massive issues on the edges.
Massive issues.
Massive issues defensively.
Communication separates us. And the opposable thumbs separate us from animals.
That's right.
Communication and opposable thumbs.
And at the end of the media release, they teased the West Tigers. They said further signings will be announced in the coming days as the club continues to strengthen its depth in key positions. So it's all happening there at the West Tigers. 1300 01 1170 or text 0457 736 736. I'll tell you what, the other thing I thought about, Brian, because we know that success leaves clues, and you came up with that. But I read something about Harry Grant talking about the Melbourne Storm work policy, or when you first go to the club.
Yeah, you got to. I know there was. I saw them. They were at Flemington Racecourse, and they were after a race on a Saturday. It was a Sunday, and they had to go and fill all the potholes.
Did they?
Yeah.
I love that.
And they got to do it for like 6 weeks.
Yes. Yeah. So no matter. So Tarek Sims last year apparently did it, and it doesn't matter whom you are.
Yep.
You've got to rip in and do it. So if that's been so successful, why does every club not do that?
Yeah. I can't answer that.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
It's clearly worked and played a big part for the Melbourne Storm. I don't know why every team doesn't do that.